Okay guys, welcome to the last round of the OP04 pre-release, and in the last round, obviously we have probably the two best leaders to play in the pre-release. We have Zoro giving all of his characters an additional 1k power, and Neon Kid giving me an additional swing almost every turn. So this is going to be an interesting one, guys. This is the final round of the pre-release, so I hope you do enjoy it, and we're going to see how this game is going to shape up, because honestly, I'm not happy to see Zoro. I'm going to be honest, I don't really enjoy playing against it much anymore, just because Zoro does seem kind of stale to play against. I'm not going to lie, Kid can seem like that as well, but it's been not as active recently. But we're going to see how this is going to go overall. I do choose to mulligan my first hand, thinking it's not that great, but the Zoro player is going to keep his, and let's see if I get a better hand on top of that after he goes ahead and cuts my deck. So we go ahead and draw. And let's see who's going to be going first. So it looks like I'm on the play, and I've got no turn one play. So, oh wait, no, he's on the play. Okay, yeah, I think that was a bit of a mistake. I think he said, you're going first, but then it was like, oh no, sorry, I meant I was going first. But we're going to go ahead and start off with a Rebecca on our turn, going ahead and adding the new King Kong gun to our hand, meaning that Rebecca can get very big at any point in time, and then the Zoro player is just going to go ahead and swing for 5 into my life. Now, do we choose to counter or do we choose to take? We choose to take it, and he's going to play a free cost Senior Pink. Okay, maybe if we get a Frankie down, it's not in the set, but if we did, we could have an epic brawl out. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to do as a kid. We've got, well, for Don, like, there's not a lot we could do. We could swing for 6 with our lead. We could play a 4-cost character. We could play a 3-cost character. We're just going to swing 5, though, into his life, and he is going to go ahead and take it. Then we're going to rest 4, going ahead and playing our Daddy and passing turn. Very good card. It gets to activate itself at the end of the turn if it does have a Don on it. So he's going to go ahead and swing 5 with his Senior Pink. We're going to go ahead and counter for 1, discarding the Pair of Spirit, and he's going to swing another 5 into life. And we do choose to counter using a blocker Yokozuna. So the Zoro player does go ahead and play a Trafalgar Law though, and passes turn after that. So he's got the 5-cost Trafalgar Law on the board. We're going to go ahead and swing for 6 into the Senior Pink. Just trying to clean up his board a bit, making it a little safer for us in the long run. He does choose to let it die. We swing 5 into his life. Okay, that's also going to make it a little safer for us as well. But he does choose to go ahead and counter that out using the new promo Luffy from the pre-release. And then we're going to rest 5 ourselves to go ahead and play our Mr. 4, the blocker. Like, this is actually a really good blocker just for the fact that it become a 7k blocker just by negging 1 Don. So, but you do sadly have to neg a Don to gain the blocker effect as well. But overall, like, that's just a fair trade to get a 7k blocker, like neg Don and then just 7k blocker. Like, there's nothing bad about that. It means he has to invest extra Don if he wants to get over it. So it's just worth it in the long run. So the Sanji is going to come at us for 5k into our life. We do choose to counter with our own law, and then he swings 8 into our life, which we do take. The Zoro player looks like he's debating if he wants to go ahead and take it. No, but we do actually get a trigger with the Miss Merry Christmas, but we do neg a Don for that to play it. And he swings 6 into life, making it a 7k blocker with the Mr. 4. Okay, so he's going to rest 5 now to go ahead and play, Diamante. That's actually a really good blocker, guys. If he's got 2 Don active at the end of the turn, he can actually restand that. So he's going to get 7k swings almost every turn, because you also need an active Don on it as well to gain that ability. So it's going to be interesting. We have actually put ourselves back a bit, though, being on, it looks like it's on 6 Don now, because we did go ahead and play the Miss Merry Christmas and also the Mr. 4, but we're going to go ahead and swing 5 into the Sanji, cleaning up his board a bit. And then it looks like we're going to debate playing okay, so we go ahead and play the King Kong gun on the Rebecca, and then we're going to go ahead and swing really big. So we're going to swing 10, going straight into that Trafalgar Law, and he doesn't choose to block it though. And then we're swinging 6 into life, so we can also restand the Daddy. Okay, so that's pretty decent. He does choose to counter out though with a block on the Diamante. And then we go ahead and pass turn with a pretty decent board on ourselves. We've got the Rebecca that's rested, we've got 2 blockers potentially, and we have a 5k swing every turn that he can't get rid of. So, very good board for us, but he's going to go ahead and rest, I think that was 7 Don. No, he's going to swing 7 into our life. So that Don's clearly still active. Okay. So 7 into our life, or is it into the Rebecca potentially? I think, no, it's got to be into our life. So we are debating if we want to take it. Looking at our hand, And we do choose to block, negging a Don and discarding a 4-cost Eustass. So we counter up to 8. Okay. Pretty good for us. Now, what is he going to do? Like, he's got the Diamante on 7, and he's going to go ahead and swing with the Diamante. We do take it, and then he's going to play... Ooh, he plays a Mr. 8, I think that is. So, he plays Mr. 8. That's actually really good, because he's got the bomb ability where he can rest himself, neg 2 Don, and kill... I think it's a 4-cost or less. So, that means he can remove our daddy, he can remove the blocker. Like, he has some really good potential here, if he uses that card correctly. So we're going to go ahead and put 1 onto the daddy, swing into the Diamante, see if we can get him to waste cards in his hand. He does choose to counter out. Alright. Okay, and then what are we going to do? Are we going to put someone to the Rebecca potentially to go ahead and swing into life? Because we are a bit behind on life. But no, we're going to go ahead and swing 8 into the Diamante. Okay. Interesting. And the thing is, he's not using the... he's not using Mr. 8. He's not using that ability. So that's actually kind of curious. Actually, is it Mr. 8? I might be wrong. It might be Mr. 3. Thinking about it. It's been a while. It's been a while. I think it's Mr. 8, but it could be Mr. 3. So we're going to go ahead and block the big swing. And he's going to swing with the Zoro. We're just going to go ahead and block it, negging a Don. And then he's going to go ahead and put a ton of Don into playing an 8-cost Luffy. That's a bit scary, I'm not going to lie. But it looks like he's going to pass after that, and we're going to restand all of our stuff. So we go ahead and have the kid on the board now, which is pretty good. We've got the kid, we've got the pretty much all of our characters, which is really nice. We've got the advantage on the board, and we do have a blocker as well whenever we need it with Mr. 4. So what is the play here? Where are we going to go with this? Because we have a lot of Don, and we could potentially just slap a ton of it onto the kid, swing into the Mr. I can't remember if it's 8 or 3. I think it's 3, like remembering it, because you've got Mr. 1 does Bones, then you've got... No, that Mr. 3 is Bon Clay. Yeah, he's Mr. 8. What am I saying? Because we've got Mr. 4, which is obviously on my board, and then I think that's Mr. 8. I'm getting confused, guys, so I think it's Mr. 8. So we've got Mr. 8. We could go ahead and swing, like, what, a 10 into the Mr. 8. You'd have to counter with at least 3k power. And yeah, it looks like we're going to do exactly that. Swing 10 into the Mr. 8. He does just let it die. And then we're probably going to reactivate the kid. So it looks like we're debating on doing that. But we're going to swing 5 into the leader first. Trying to deal with that. He does choose to counter for 1. Okay. Then will we restand the kid, or will we go ahead and get some Don into other places? So he goes, go ahead and swing for 5 into the Zoro. He does choose to take this. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and swing into the Zoro for another 10, discarding a Cavendish. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and restand all of his characters in Don, and let's see what he's going to do, because he's on 2 life now. We do have control over the board, so it's going to be interesting to see what we're going to do, especially seeing as now he can go ahead and kill the daddy, just because we didn't put a Don on it, so it's not restanding. So he can go ahead and try to clear our board a bit now. But he's going to go ahead and play the new Doflamingo event that rests and kills a character. So, well, kills a 6-cost or less character. It's either 5 or 6. It's new cards, guys. Do please be good to me if I get it wrong. They can rest any costing character. That's really good about the card. So he's going to go ahead and put 2 Don onto the Zoro, swinging into the Chucker. We choose to counter up to 8. Keeping the Chucker alive, meaning that if he wants to remove more characters, he is going to have to swing with that 9k Luffy. And he's going to pay 1, though, to go ahead and play... He's going to play the new yellow event that I believe can go ahead and put a character back on top. And he did actually target my Rebecca here, which was a mistake on his part. So he puts it to the bottom of my life. I think he needed to target the Chucker there, but he did make a mistake targeting that. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to do here. He's going to go ahead and put 1 onto the Luffy. He's going to go ahead and swing into the daddy, getting rid of that now. I'm not going to protect at this point. And he has 2 cards in hand. So he's in a very good position. And he has the Luffy as well, but I think we can deal with the Luffy. But we're going to swing 7 into life. And he does choose to take it. So it looks like we're going to go ahead and try and gamble this with swinging a 10 into life resting 3, discarding a card, and then swinging another 10 into life, and that is just GG, guys. So this was actually a very fun game to play, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was basically, we both had big characters on the board a lot of times, but I was just trying to control his board more than go for his life, keeping his hand small, getting rid of his cards, and stuff like Miss Merry Christmas getting on the board really did help me apply pressure as well, just because we could go ahead and get those blocker. Yes, we were a bit behind on Don at times because we were negging it with the Mr. 4 and the Miss Merry Christmas when we played her, but overall I feel like the game went really, really well in our favor in the end, even though it's just like he had the big characters, but we're just able to keep the board in control and in our favor. But guys, that was the last pre-release match. I actually did win a winner Luffy, which was very, very nice, and I hope you did enjoy these games, guys. So don't forget to like and subscribe. More OP04 content will be coming on the channel soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Absolute Duelist signing out. Later all.